Hello, hello, and welcome in. Welcome to Tammy Loves Vintage. I had to think of where I was. Hi, everybody. Hello and welcome. I have a project that was inspired. She inspired lots of us. Agnes with just that perfect piece. We've been talking about her carrots here, during my sale and just in chatting. I don't know how many people sent me a picture of her carrots and, to inspire me. And I went back, I didn't see a tutorial for them. So, and I'm going by memory. So I haven't seen the pictures for a couple weeks, probably it's been since anyone sent it to me, but it's still I still haven't forgotten about it. And I had a sale the other day here, as many of you know, and and by the way, everything is packed and labeled and invoiced, and most of it actually is shipped out. I'm trying to think. I think there's only like 2 left to pay. So that worked out really great. There were almost 50 packages, one of my biggest ones ever. Lots of little tiny packages because I had lots of little things. So that was nice. I wasn't doing like big boxes. But anyway, so when we got to the doilies, everybody's asking for round doilies. And I'm like, what the heck is the deal with all the small round doilies? Well, I think it's Agnes. I think it's her fault. And I ran out of roundness. Now I got a pile of, if everybody needs doilies that aren't round, let me know. I got piles of them. But anyway, I had one left. It had wax on it. You can't see it on this side, but I noticed as I was pulling them out, it's got just right there, a little like greenish spot where it looks like it was wax. It's a little darker in person than what it's showing up on the camera. You can kind of see it, but I didn't want to send it to anybody. And I thought, well, we'll just make a carrot with it. We're just going to make a carrot with it. So there you go. So hi, you guys. Hello, welcome in. Let me see. I can't see anything. I'm trying to see. Oh yeah, we got a handful of people here. That's so nice. So okay, I'm watching. I'm hoping I don't step on anybody else that's live. I checked. I didn't see anybody live, but we all know that we only have so many opportunities to do this in our days, and when it arises, if anybody wants to go live right now and you catch me, go. Don't wait on me because I get it. It's fine. They can always come back and catch my replay. I am not worried about all that stuff. So I just want to craft, and I thought, why make stuff without my friends here? So I'm not. I'm good. It doesn't bother me one bit. I try not to step on anybody, and if I do, it's unintentional, for sure. But so anyway, I gotta tell you what I'm doing. So I have my doily. Somebody wants to know if anybody wants to know how big of a doily I'm using. Now listen, I have no idea how Agnes did this. This is an 8-inch doily, just for perspective. I have no idea how she made hers, and I don't even exactly remember what they look like, but I could just pretty much tell it looked like she just rolled it up, So that's what I'm going to do. So I've got a couple little things here to maybe make it different, but, there's probably so much you can do. I do want to put, it's very flimsy. So here's the thing. If you guys are in a hurry and you got to go, you just take I don't know, but I'm just starting to roll it. See how I fold it? And then I'm just going to start rolling it. I'm trying to keep my point really pointy. So I'm rolling it like a round, okay? Trying to keep my bottom point pointy, all right? And there's your carrot. See that? How easy that is? And so then, you have to decide, are you going to pin it? Are you going to stitch it? Are you going to glue it down to hold it? I hear my fire alarm going off. We live like a mile from the fire department, so we hear that whistle all the time. And there's storms around us, so anyway. So this is the gist of it from what I could tell. And I think the most important thing is to have that point just as tight as you can get it. Okay, that's what I'm thinking. Just a tight point would be pretty, pretty great. So, and then you can fan this out and make it, you know, as big as you want, or you can roll it as tight as you want. Make your carrot, however you want. But I feel like seeing through it kind of bothers me, and see how it's just kind of flimsy, floppity. And so I got out stuffing, and I've been messing around with this carrot now for like an hour before I go on live. And I kind of have it at least figured out a little bit. So, okay, so I thought some stuffing might do the trick. So we'll roll it up, and I'll show you where I'm at. I'll show you what I've come up with here. So I'm just rolling down here. I'm letting the rest of it just do its thing. I don't want stuffing to stick out of the bottom, but so there's that. And you can see the stuffing through it a little bit. Doesn't really bother me. You can see through it, you know. See, there's my finger, and you can kind of see the stuffing. So I guess it depends on how open the holes are in your doily. You know, every doily is going to be a little different, but it's still somewhat flimsy. See that? It's still kind of flimsy. So I got a popsicle stick, a fat popsicle stick, and I thought about, okay, what if we shove a popsicle stick down in here for stability? Of course, cut it off, and I'd wrap it with the batting so you don't see it in the back. And that definitely makes it firmer and not so, well, I mean, it's still floppy, but I would try and secure it all down. I don't know what she did. I don't know if hers are floppy. I have no idea. I am winging it here just because I had a few people talking about it and interested in it and sending me pictures and all of that. So then I thought, okay, I don't want to see through it. I know that. So I got some stained cotton batting that I had in my drawer, and I went out and I found an 8-inch plate, and I'm going to chop this down. So I drew around it with a pencil, and I'm cutting on the inside. So I'm cutting off the pencil mark so that it's a little bit smaller than my doily. Okay, the pencil mark is on my scrap that I'm cutting off, and I'm not being super, you know, particular with this. Again, it's just a little craft. It's just a carrot. It's not anything that I'm going to have, you know, a lot of money invested in or a lot of time. I'm not going to leave it out forever. It's just going to be out for a month. You know what I mean? It's fine. Don't sweat it. You know, some crafts we are like, oh, you know, more artsy, I guess, and this one is definitely more crafty, I would say. I would call this one crafty. Okay, so now I didn't get it very straight when I went inside, so I kind of want the fringe of my doily to show. I don't want the batting to come out. So let me just round this off a little bit more here. So you guys, I hope you guys know what I'm talking about. Just, you know, we're just playing. I'm just playing. And Agnes may see this. I've seen her here before on my page. So she may be like, oh my gosh, let me show you guys how to do this. Agnes, if you do, tag me because I want to see what you do. Because it's got me really curious. So, okay, there's that. Now then I have to decide how am I going to, okay, I could just spray adhesive that. All right, let's see what happens when I roll her up now. So, and I want to make sure that, yeah, there's that wax spot, and the darkest part of the wax is, I want that on the inside because the other side isn't so bad. Okay, so let's see what happens. I think I'm gonna like this a lot better, but I don't want that to push, you know, as I'm rolling. So again, I'm holding on to the bottom. I think that's the biggest trick of all. Oh, look. Yeah, I'm good with that. I like that a lot better. I like seeing the batting through it instead of the poly, and it stiffened it up. Look, it really stiffened it up a lot. I don't even know that I want to mess with the poly now. Oh, there's my wax. Oh. So I can't roll it this way. I've got to roll it this way. Do you see that wax spot? See, I'd rather me mess with that than you guys. So let's try this. There it is. So it's going inside. Okay, yeah, it's got to be this way. All right, and then we can open it up a little bit. Okay, I did a controversial carrot once years ago. I did it with cardboard. I am absolutely sure it's got to be on on YouTube if you type in carrot. I did a video. Oh my gosh, I got so much hate on it. It's not a carrot. That's not a carrot. I did my fireplace mantle, and I wanted it had certain colors. I can't remember anything much about it. It was a Paris fabric. If you guys remember the black and cream Paris fabric that Hobby Lobby had for years and years and years. I had my curtains done in it forever ago. And anyway, I made a cone, a big cone. You guys remember this? Some of you do, I bet. It was like this big, and it was like big. And then I wrapped, if I remember right, and I wrapped the cone, if I remember right, I wrapped the cone with that fabric. And then I forget what I hung out of it. But anyway, I thought it was genius. Nobody else thought it was so genius. Well, some of you did, but a lot of you were like, what the heck? That is not a carrot. But I loved it. It stayed on my mantle for years. Anyway, okay, so I don't think I'm going to mess with the batting or the popsicle stick. I don't think I'm going to mess with either one. So, okay, then my next issue was, what's going to be my top? What's going to hang out the top? And I was thinking, oh, I know the other thing I was thinking was shredded paper. I thought maybe this Excelsior. No, absolutely not. I thought wire crepe paper strips that I was going to roll and hang out. No, absolutely not. Didn't like it. I tried muslin shreds, but I remember, I'm pretty sure that's what Agnes used on Just That Perfect Piece. So then I found this fabric in my stash. Here's a smaller piece of it. But it had really great texture. See, oh yeah, you can see the texture. So I started cutting it into strips, and they were all wonkety. And I remembered my follower friend, Joan Records, sent me this little board and a rotary cutter. And she wrote me a note, which she sent me this like 2 years ago, maybe. I don't know. I don't have the date. It's been a while. I've never used it, but I know exactly where it was when I needed it. And I thought, I'm going to try that rotary cutter that Joan sent me. She said it was for my snippet rolls and to cut fabric with. So I thought, okay. I put her name on the back, so I'll always remember it was from her. And this goes with that. So, I was like, I have to tell this story because you guys are going to get a kick out of it. So I lay my fabric down, and I'm like trying to cut it, and it's not, I'm like, why isn't this thing cutting? And then I realized it's got this white plastic on it, right? So then I see all this contraption here, and I'm like pushing and pulling and all that. And then I thought, okay, this is like a stopper, and it comes off. So if any of you have never used a rotary cutter like me, I know they make them great big, but this one did the trick just great. So when you take this little thing off, this little deal, you push up on it, and the plastic let's see. Oh no, you pull back. Sorry, you pull back. There's the white, and then the white's gone, and that exposes the blade there. See? Protected, not protected. So I thought that was genius. And anyway, so then I proceeded to think, oh, it's probably not going to cut this fabric, but I can tell you it cut it. Well, yeah, I've cut a whole bunch. It cut it like a dream, but I couldn't figure out how to keep it. Cut it like a dream. I'm not doing it right. So what I came up with was I got my ruler, and I laid my ruler out, and I used this as the guide with my ruler. And I pushed really, 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 really hard because it's really thick fabric. And then I went in and I trimmed wherever the cutter didn't cut. It cut all of it about 60% of the time. The rest of it I had to snip it like this, but I had something to go on, that line to go on. Anyway, I made all of these. So that's what I've been doing. If you wonder what I've been doing the last hour, that's what I've been doing. So I got myself, so thank you, Joan. I used it. I am amazed. I can see how it will work great on pillowcases, muslin, that kind of thickness. I think this is more like almost like a duck cloth with lines in it. So it was a little bit harder to, is that Joan? Oh no, it's different. I see a J. It's not Joan. Okay. And anyway, so I wanted to thank her for that. And I made it look just then a lot harder than what it was. I don't know if, I think they probably get dull because there's like a screw thing on the back here that I can get a new one. But just know that so don't be like, I'm not doing that. I'm telling you, it was a whiz bang. I think I just really wore it out with the thick, there, look how thick that is. And I had it double thick. I had it double, so I was really I was working it, okay? And I got stuff everywhere. So then I made a bunch of strips and I tied them in half. I took one strip and tied it. Somewhere here I tied it. Yeah, I know you probably see that. Here. That might be one end. Nope. Well, anyway, I found one end. But you know, I just took a strip and I laid these strips across it and I tied it. Okay? And then I've got this. So I want this to be, I wanted it to be wide. Like when I was messing around with muslin shreds and the crepe paper, my carrot, I kind of liked, you know, skinny at the bottom and the wider at the top, the more it looked like a carrot because it made the bottom look smaller. So the thinner material didn't spread out like this. See how thick this knob of thicker is? And when you put this down, this knob, I folded it I want it to stay thick. So when you fold it and put it down in here and then you roll it, it fills it out from side to side. See that? And then I can cut it down or do whatever. I can cut it down. But just to lay it on your table, you know, I think it's going to be fine, just like that. Right? Okay, so that's how you do it. That's how Tammy did it. I don't know how Agnes did it, but that's how I did it. So then we just have a few technical things to work out. So I started with a pin, just a straight pin, you know, a nice big straight pin with a pearl on top. And I thought, oh, I could just do that. And it's very cute, right? Like that, simple. And then I thought, oh, I could do a little, I guess I don't have any on my table. Hang on, I could do a little bow down here, make that kind of cute. Let's see here. Okay, so we'll put this little bow here and just try it. We'll just try it and see what happens. Okay. So I think I can't read any. I got my glasses on my head. I gotta take them off. And I'll look at your comments. You guys are probably telling me how to do this, and I'm over here like, I don't know. So there's your little, what is it? Seam binding bow, and I could just catch that in my pin, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe. Yeah. And I think that's really, really cute. Just like that. And then cut your little tails. Right? Long tail there. Okay. And then you've got like, you know, but is that too distracting? Like, what the heck is that thing? Like the other one? I'm all paranoid because of that carrot I made years ago. I'm all paranoid. So, okay, so then I thought, okay, what if we don't want to do that? So I'm just giving you guys ideas because I got a feeling there's going to be a slew of you that give this a try that haven't tried from Agnes's. And I'm sure she's probably got like an old video and it might have been, you know, like me, I share pictures of things that we made forever ago. I picked this pin up today, actually. And I thought, well, you know, you could do something like that even on your carrot, right? That's pretty. And then I thought, okay, I'm not sure, I'm not sold. So then I got out my bar pins, my, I call them bar pins, but Marilyn, with Done By Me, says they are lingerie pins. And I have this big one, which, maybe I don't want a big one. Yeah, I think I want a big one, or a medium one, I don't know. Anyway, okay, so I have this big bar pin, and I thought maybe that keeps it more streamlined. So let me see about that. I don't know how that's going to go into that. Oh, just fine. Into that batting. Okay. So, oh, I need my glasses. Let's see. Oh, it's hooked on that side. Okay. Hang on. Come on. There we go. Oh, I like that. I kind of like that. I kind of like that. Just simple, simple. All right, so then I'm like, okay, do I need more of this stuff? Or is this too long? Like, you know, do I need to shave some off? Although when it's laid out, like when it's laying down, I don't know, I kind of like it. But and then I'm thinking maybe I should use like a ton of Boinky seam binding that would be all crinkly, more like a carrot. Of course you can use greenery, but I don't really want to do that. I wanted it to stay like fabrics and, you know, be different. So then I thought, okay, are we missing the green? So I've been all over this carrot. So are we missing the green? So I pulled some of my moss from my website, and I thought, what if I just strung a tiny bit, I don't know, we might hate it, of moss, just to kind of give it something. I feel like it's just a little needful, a little bit needful. I don't know. But, and I wasn't hating on that. So let me just kind of bring it down a little bit. Of course, I'll work it all the way around, but I'm just showing you so I kind of am okay with that. What do you think of that? So do you think, so I'm going to ask you, should I cut these down? Should I do a different fabric? So I like it just you know, when it's down like this, I like it. Just holding it up, it's not great. I know that. But what do you think? And do you like the bar pin or the pearl pin or the bow? I guess I could do a bow up here even. Just off to the side. I don't really hate that either. I don't hate that either. Look at that. I kind of like that better. Is it too much? See, when it's laying down, it looks pretty. Okay. I'm going to try and lay it down. Stand it up, but lay it down. Oh, what do you think? I think Agnes would be proud of me. She's so sweet. Okay, so all right, here we go. I'm gonna look at you. You like the green in it. Okay, that's the first thing I saw. You like the pearl pin better, Penny. Okay. Hi, Glenda. Hi, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna scroll back to the beginning and say hi. Oh gosh, I got a pile of you now. Hi, Kim. Hey, Mona. I'm gonna scroll back. Hey, Natalie. Oh, thank you for sprinkling. Hey, Sherry. I've been thinking about you. Hope you're doing okay. Hi, Sue. Marilyn's here. Marlene. Hi, everybody. So we're on Facebook, in case, because this will go over to YouTube and the girls can watch over there. I do all my lives on Facebook and then I share them over. Hey, Ellen, and Kathy. Hi, Kathy. There's Mona. Could you starch it? I could starch it. This fabric, is that what, wait, okay, since I started at the beginning, you thinking starch this stuff? Or, I think I like it like that. Are you thinking starch this stuff up here, or that's got to be what you're thinking about? Okay. Hi Pam. There's Linda and Cheryl. Thanks Marilyn. Thank you Sue. Oh, great idea. I've been playing with. Oh, good, Glenda. I knew so many of you were like thinking that with these round doilies I sent you. Robin. Hi Robin and Bonnie. There's Janet. Marilyn, can you get a new blade? You can get. Okay, I figured. Yeah, well, I mean, I cut all of these strips, so I don't know how long a blade lasts. But I was running it pretty hard. Oh, that's for my egg group. Yeah, oh, it doesn't matter. But I'm telling you, it's like butter. It just went like butter. But then I doubled it thick, double thickness. And this stuff is so thick. So yeah, it probably killed the blade. You can get different size ones. Okay, Robin. Okay, Barb. Yeah, it might. Hi, Robin. But it was brand new. I just used it for the first time. Hey, Bonnie. Hey, Barb. I mean, maybe Joan had it and used it. I don't know. I don't remember if it was in a packet or not. I don't remember. You like it. Thank you. Hey, Jan. You like the green. Okay, I'm back here. You like the pearl pin. Okay, I'm back to where we were. Thanks, Glenda. You like the bow. I like the bow. You like the bar pin. Cute. Pearl pin. Okay, we're all over. It needs boinkiness. Yeah, I think so too, Bobby. Boinky is the word. You guys are liking the pearl pin. You like the green with the bar. I kind of do too. Okay, yeah, I kind of like it this way. Everybody likes the moss, so that's good. What if you thread a ribbon around the top of the lace? A lace. I don't have any lace on it. But you mean the doily, like sew around the top of the doily for what? I don't, around the top to pull it together. Oh, see, I don't want it pulled together though. I want it to be angled so it's like a carrot. If I pull it together, it's too much like a pencil holder or something. So I kind of want it nice and open at the top. But my concern was I wanted this to fill it. And maybe I just need more. Maybe I need to cut it. Stuff my cuts down in there. I think they're a snare too long, maybe. Maybe just a snare. I just went with the length of my, I bought these, they were placemats, and I just went with the length of, they had really pretty trim on them, so I cut the trim off, and I knew the texture would make great backgrounds for inside of frames and stuff like that, so I wanted something thicker than the muslin shreds, but maybe the shreds are the way to go. But yeah, I'm wondering about the boinkiness of seam binding. I don't have that much stained. I don't know. Okay, let me keep looking here. You like it as it is. You like it, Carol? Thank you. Oh, they do. They sell a sharpener. I didn't know that. Bunch it together more. Okay, you guys want my carrot tighter. You would trim them. Okay, so, all right. So let's trim it down just a snag. I don't want, less is more, right? So, okay, here we go. Trim them I'm just going to trim them down just a bit. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to trim it down a bit more. That didn't hurt a thing. Just a bit. Whoops, I missed one there. Not too much now. Not too much. Okay. All right. Oops, I got my moss in here. And you guys want it tighter, huh? Okay. You like it just the way it is. Yeah, I kind of. Carrots kind of go in at the top. Oh, okay. I don't think they're too long. Oh, you don't think they're too long, Vicki? Okay. Carrots go in at the top. So, but I think that's better. That's definitely better. So if I pull it in at the top, does it still look carrotish? I do like this on there. And I don't see any reason why I can't hot glue it. since it's got a stain or that wax on the inside spot. And yeah, I was trying to, but you guys wouldn't have to. You guys could pin it easily or stitch it. Here's the other thing I have ready waiting. Ready and waiting is a needle and thread, because I thought at worst, if we don't like anything over here, I can tack it. I could tack it down. So, hi Pat. Hi Tammy. You like that better? Okay. Yay, Cheryl likes it. Yay, Vicky likes it. Okay, so you like it a little bit shorter better. You like the bow. I like the bow. It'd be cute if I had a little orange button, but that would be too weird. Like, what the heck, right? That would be weird. Yeah, that would be weird. Wouldn't it? Do I want a gold button or a mother of pearl button? Or just leave no button? Maybe no button. Can I do no button? Oh, thanks for the hearts. Hi, Mona. I know you love neutrals, but I was picturing green lighting. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if I did that, I would do a really soft watercolory orange, I think, and make it like a real carrot if I were to color it. But yeah, my house is very neutral, so yeah, you like it just like it is. I did think about, you know, dry brushing something, but I do like the little touch of green there, and I don't even think I need to add any more to the back, really. I mean, I can just because I got it right here, but just, yeah, there we go. Just a couple little strips of it is great. Okay, so there you go. No, maybe I need some intermixed here because I'm kind of liking that green a little bit. Let me just see about popping a little bit inside here, inside the, oops, stuck to my finger. Yeah, just kind of hushed in there. Yeah, I didn't really do anything, but I know it's in there. Depends on how it lays. Because, yeah, if it lays just right, so you can see it. So, yeah. Yeah, I think it's really cute. Let's see it with a gold. Oh, yeah, I like that green. Okay, if anybody needs moss, it's on my website. I do love that. TammyLovesVintage.com. Let's see about a gold button. I think with that gold bar pin, I kind of think a little... There's something right here. It's too bright. Oh, is it? Kind of big. That was a glass button. Oh, here's a littler one. So here's a little bit smaller. Oh, that's real pretty. Okay, let's cut the shank off the back. This is a metal one, so it's got that little deal on the back that's cut offable. Sometimes the metal ones don't. Oh gosh. Oh, I think it's cut offable. Gee, many crickets. Okay, there we go. Oh, speaking of that, you guys, I was laughing the other day. I was talking to somebody, and what is it that Heidi at Joyful Artistry says? Oh, shoot. Anyway, it fell out of my mouth. And I had to laugh. And I text her and says, "You're rubbing off on me. I just used your word. Hoodle, any hoodle." I said any hoodle to somebody. Oh, and I thought, oh my gosh, Heidi, I got that from Heidi. So I text her. she was laughing, and she was with Lori at my Peddler's Alley, so they're both laughing at me. There's an event coming up in the Crafty Bunch for my Peddler's Alley is doing mystery boxes, and they've invited me to do a mystery box. So that'll be fun. I'll do it. I think I do it here and they share it over there. I think is how it works. But anyway, that'll be fun. So then we were chatting back and forth about my mystery box. So I did try and I tried to pull strings out of these, and it was making a mess, and they weren't being very consistent, so I quit. But I really like the hairiness of that, so maybe I'll sit here and play with that and watch something on Netflix or watch somebody do something. But I'm gonna call it done, and I'm gonna send a picture to Agnes and show her my how she inspired me. And yeah, So anyway, that's all I have, you guys. Yay, Ellen, hi. Hey, Susan. You like the moss? Yeah, I do too. I think the moss looks great. The green axis. You love the neutral carrot. Okay, okay, thank you, Gwen. I was worried about that. What's the wax? I missed that. The wax. What wax? No, I mean orange. Okay, orange. Yeah, orange makes more sense than the green. What's the wax? Was I talking about wax? I don't know. Okay. All right. So I'm all caught up. Okay, good. Oh, yes. Yes, they are. And they're so creative when they do them. An antique carrot scraper. Oh, that would be cute. No, I don't, but those wouldn't be too hard to find. Yay, I love it. And then, by the way, while I'm here, I've been watching for one of my followers to come on, and I don't see her, but I bet you, I'm going to put this back on this thing. I saw it laying here earlier, and I thought, oh no, I broke this thing already, and I didn't. That is your stopper, and you put it on there to keep it from cutting you. So I don't know how. I think you just have to tighten it up here. I'll have to measure it and see what size blade this is and get some more. Yeah, because yeah, I think I probably killed that one. The wax. I don't know what wax. Anyway, Floyce Mord is one of my followers. She is fairly new to me, I believe. And the funny thing was, during my sale, she was there and she bid on things, and you know, she bid on some things, and I know she got a couple of things. I didn't remember what. You know, it's too many. There's hundreds of things. I didn't know who got what. But anyway, she messaged me right after the sale and said how she really wanted this millinery flower wreath and something else. I can't remember. Oh, the pick, the two flowery picks the flowery pick and the wreath. Anyway, I'm like, oh, Floyce, I was pulling everyone's items and laying them, you know how I do. And she, and I had pulled all of the greenery was gone and out in their, you know, what's the word, respective piles or respective piles, I think is the right word. Anyway, so I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm messaging her and she's like, oh, I really want a 45 cm blade. Okay, it might be written on there actually, on the inside. Oh, no, that's a patent number. 28 mm. It says it right on it. 28 mm. So that could be a 45 cm. I don't know my cms and my mms bar, but thank you. Thank you for that. I will put that on my shopping list because I am going to be using that thing. I can't believe it's been here and I haven't used it. It was just my scissors were going, I couldn't keep them straight. So that is the ticket. I might get myself a bigger, actually I have a bigger mat from Chalk Couture, so I'm all set. Anyway, okay, so I'm messaging Floyce, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, they're sold out. She's like, oh, I really wanted those millinery flowers, and it was gone. And she was like, it's okay, I have enough stuff, I don't need it anyway. Well, then I'm feeling bad because I knew she was new, and you know, I just felt terrible. But there wasn't anything, you know, it was gone. So forgot about that. Today, I get home from, I had to run to town today. I didn't plan on that, but I did. And so I got home and I noticed the mail lady had laid my mail on my chair out back, which she does when I have pickups because she picked up all of you guys' stuff. And she had this really pretty turquoise envelope, like package laying on top. And it's a Tammy Neff on it, and I looked, and it was from Floyce Mord. What? Like, what are the chances? I just couldn't believe she sent me something, first of all, and I was so, you know, sad that I didn't have her stuff. Well, as I was finishing my packing and shipping, I came to an order. This is before I got my mail. And Floyce did get it. She was one of the people that got what she wanted. So I messaged her. I'm like, I'm so happy you got what you wanted. I was so happy for her. Anyway, and then I get this in the mail from her. Isn't that just so bizarre, weird? But it was, she said, look, she wrote like this big long note. It was so sweet. And just that it helps her creativity be motivated, and just darling little note that just made me feel so good. It made me feel so good. And she made this for me, a little tag. So I have to show, look how talented she is. Look how beautiful that is. And then when you turn it over, it has like the tuck thing, the tuck spot. I mean, she just detailed it out so nicely. And then inside it says trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. It's that. And it says trust on it, great big. It's Proverbs 3:5-6. Isn't that, there's something else in here. I didn't see that. Oh, walk by faith, not by sight. Oh, gosh, darn it, Floyce. Wow, isn't that special? I just thought that was so, I just can't tell you how much that touched me. And I love the little cross on it. It's just wonderful. And she's not in my group to know that I've kind of started a little bit of this Bible journaling thing. Debbie Rigg with, I'm in like her group. You would know her from Studio MDAZ. She does this Bible journaling thing. And so I'm like all in. I keep thinking I need to message her and tell her. I haven't, but I need to do that. But anyway, so that just really was even extra special. So I'm going to tuck this little tag in my Bible from Floyce. So I'm going to write her name on the inside of that so I'll always remember that it was from her. Not that I want. It's just sometimes you get things and you know it was a follower, but you forget which one. You know, that's why I put Joan's name on that and kept her note hooked to it, because I kind of forget. And sometimes things are sent and it's hard to label a button or you know what I mean? So it's really hard. But isn't that, it was just, but the timing of that was just incredible. Think of how guilty I would have felt, so guilty if she wanted those things and I didn't have them. And then she sent me that the next day. Oh, I would have died. So I'm just so happy for her that I had what she really, really wanted, and I got a little thank you for it. So it worked out great. So anyway, all right, you guys, that's enough chitter chatter about that. Anybody that came on to see what we made tonight, this was inspired by Agnes at my Just That Perfect Piece, or Just the Perfect Piece, or something about the perfect piece. Just That Perfect Piece, I think is the name of it. And her name is Agnes, and she made a carrot that a lot of my followers were bombing my my messenger messages with the picture that she posted, thinking that I needed to make a carrot. So there you go. I did it, girls, and I hope you enjoyed it. Really dug that one out. I didn't mean to, but once I get to chatting, told you, sort of shut me up. So have a great rest of your night. Isn't that sweet, Sue? I know, so sweet. Hi, Pamela. You'll have to catch the replay. We're all done, but I made the carrot. I just told you. So I made the carrot, and I don't know. I don't like that this is floppy, but I'm not really going to be like walking around with it. It is going to be laying down, and I think it lays really nice. So hi, Clara. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in a long time. It's so crazy when I see like old videos on YouTube, and I see you girls' names, or I mention you girls' names saying hi and stuff, and I go, oh, I forgot about that name. Or like going through my shipping labels, or today, like I have some credit card people that I've got their credit cards, and like I haven't heard from them in forever ago. They probably all expired by now. But yeah, it's so fun to see a blast from the past. So Clara, thank you for saying hi. I know a lot of people are quiet watchers, but thank you. It's so nice to see you too. All right, you guys, that's enough. Have a great rest of your night. I'm going to clean this up and see what else I can get into. It's only 8:30, so surely I got something else in me. I'll see ya. Bye-bye. Oops. Oh, what is that? Star, what the heck did I hit? Okay, bye. I don't know, I hit something else. I always have a hard time saying goodbye.